Welcome to the Lowdown. I'm your host, Lowe. Thank God we're back. Thank God we're back. Guys, every morning I write in big letters, then I underline it. Sometimes I put it in a box, but I write host in my notebook. I write it every day. That's the main goal of the show, right? Is to host the show. Be a good host. Guys, we've had Russian earthquakes, good buttery pancakes, and Doblo's hot takes for a while now. No, literally. Yesterday, Russian earthquake. Looked like the tsunamis didn't hit. I was going to talk about that yesterday. Yesterday, didn't get to do the show. Felt very strange. I probably should have went ahead and just done it and threw it up at noon. I didn't, and that's on me. I do not like that I did that. I will do better. But I did have a very, very crazy morning. Far crazier than I would care to explain, but medical stuff. If I were talking about medical stuff, I still got this pinched nerve in my neck. Pinched it about 3 days ago. It ain't a big deal, right? Just a little tender, get a little sharp stab of pain in my neck. But really, it's not that big of a deal. A little neck pain, life will go on. But while I've been thinking about it, guys, I want to tell you, one time I broke a guy's neck on accident. Sergeant Addison, if you're listening, man, I hope your neck's okay. I got to thinking about you because my neck was sore. I hadn't thought about it in a long time, but one time, guys, I was out and we were in the desert, and we were in our strikers, which are these big 30,000-pound 8-wheeled vehicles. And they're kind of built like a rectangle, but one end has the nose of like a duck's bill. And they're pretty intense machinery, you know. So, anyways, I wasn't even supposed to be driving, but I think I just got bored, or maybe the truck commander asked me to drive. I can't remember. But it was dark out. The moon wasn't out. There was no loom. And for you guys that don't know, you have to have some light from the moon for your nods to work really well. You know, if it's a real shadowy night outside, you just might as well not even wear them, because it's like you're not going to be able to see with your night vision, for one, because it needs that light pollution to really turn everything green. But then also your depth perception is always off, even when the moon is out. So I didn't have my night vision on, and we're kind of just slow rolling-ish through the desert, maybe 15 miles an hour. We're not really flying through the desert or anything. Got a truck full of people. Truck commander standing outside of the hatch, standing on the seats with his head and chest out. And then our dismount, he had his head and chest out. He's standing on the seats in the very, very back. So that would be Sergeant Gaddis. And so I'm just cruising through the desert, you know. I think my truck commander, he's looking at the map. And for you guys that don't know, out there in the desert, there's just these giant, they call them wadis, like washed out ravines, basically. But, you know, you go to the Grand Canyon, you'll be able to think about what I'm saying. I'm going to explain it to you. You know how it's just flat earth, and then all of a sudden there's just a giant canyon? Okay, well, imagine that much smaller in scale. So instead of a giant Grand Canyon, these are just little annoying 25, 30-foot canyons. But they're extremely steep, and they just come out of nowhere. You know, you just be going across flat ground, and then all of a sudden there's a canyon that runs for a quarter of a mile. So we're driving. I don't have night vision on because it's really not helping me. And even if I would have had it on in this situation, I wouldn't have been able to see it. Truck commander never said anything. I'm just driving along 15 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour. And then we just take a 25, 30-foot free fall. And we go nose first into this wadi system, straight to the bottom of a ravine. Sergeant Gaddison was standing in the back, as I told you guys, and the big piece of equipment we had back there, thank God he had his helmet on, But the big piece of equipment we had back there, he slapped his dome off of it. I think we hit pretty dang hard, guys. And the only thing I hear is, oh, my neck. So we all get out, and sure enough, Sergeant Gaston, he's back there with his neck. Boy, he's mad too. He was mad. He was hotter than a $2 pistol. Anyways, come to find out a couple days later, yeah, I broke his neck. So that's interesting. Sergeant Gaston, if you're listening, man, my little pinched nerve feels better knowing I probably should just get over this one and quit talking about it. Hope your neck's doing okay. Guys, we had some other news. Oh, NFL is back tonight. I know it's just preseason. I know it's a Thursday night first preseason game, but golly, I'm so stoked. So excited to have football back. It's a very weird time of the year when basketball's over, football's over, and it just kind of seems like there's not a lot going on. I'm a sports guy, so I love to watch, and I like to play too, but I love to watch, and but the Chargers are going to play the Lions at 7. Or maybe that's 8. At 8. My bad, guys. Chargers and Lions at 8. I'm going to turn my smoker on. I don't care if it's preseason and I don't like the teams. I'm going to have me some barbecue and watch some football tonight. It's going to be, life's going to be all right. I'm super pumped. No Shannon Sharp this year, which makes me happy. If they can get rid of Stephen A., I'll be even happier. And, guys, I miss Stuart Scott. Rest in peace, Stuart Scott. I miss you. I miss the old ESPN. I miss highlights. I miss hot takes. I miss ex-professional athletes giving me their real opinion. Not whatever it's become today. Half the time I turn it on there and there's a black bald-headed woman telling me about who wore what to the game. Dude, make another channel if you want that. Make it like sports fashion or something. But I'm not watching Sports Center so I can know who wore what shoes or what suit to what game. Ugh, grosses me out. I miss old Sports Center. I miss 45 minutes of the exact same highlights that have been on all day. I don't know what it's became now, but it's not as good. And for you kids that are listening, for you younger generation that are listening, man, y'all missed out. It used to be so good, guys. Everything about it had a better aesthetic. The sound effects were fantastic. Man, I miss it. I miss it, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Looks like let's get on to our news here. I got 3 good pieces of news for you. So, the Arab-led nations. So, that's going to be like, Egypt and a couple of those countries. I'm trying to think right now. I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, there's 20 of them. I think there's 22 exactly. My brain can't think of the exact names right now. Sorry. But they have turned on Hamas. And they are demanding, basically, Hamas dial it back. And that they take responsibility for the attacks in October on Israel. Which, by the way, is what started this whole conflict with Palestine and Israel. Was an Iranian-funded and backed, let's say, radical terror group, because that's what I think they are, who attacked Israel. Yeah, I'm sure Israel's not been very good to Palestine. I'm almost certain of it. I'm sure there's a lot of things I don't know. But Iran funded and led a terror group into Israel, and just, you guys know what they did. They committed atrocities in broad daylight. I don't blame Israel for fighting back. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not agreeing with Israel either. But we all know you'd have went and fought back too, if you're listening. But they've turned on Hamas, and they're demanding, basically, Hamas shut it down. Okay, there's been a 2-day truce, just a verbal truce, in effect, between Taiwan and Cambodia. Let's see if that holds up. I'm interested to see which one fires first after this little truce. And it's very hard to get information on this. I've been trying. I get online. A lot of it I don't believe. I really don't. So I'm trying to find good, actual, real news that is trustworthy on this, but there's a lot of filler on that. But right now there's a 2-day truce. Let's see if it lasts 10 days. I bet you it won't. I bet you a shiny nickel this doesn't make it 10 days. And the last piece of news I got for you guys today is the SpaceX Dragon capsule. SpaceX, guys, that's Elon's space company. His Dragon capsule is going to be launching today to take 4 astronauts to the International Space Station. Get online and watch that, guys. They typically always do a live where you can watch it. Super interesting stuff, and if nothing else, just marvel at the fact that we're just launching people up to the space station. I don't know why. It doesn't matter how many times I watch it. I'm still always impressed that we're just yeeting, as the younger generation says. We're launching people up there, and we're putting them in a hotel in space. You know, the International Space Station. They do a lot of research, though, guys. I think there's a lot more stuff they do than people realize. So pray for their safety. Hope everything goes good. I hope they get the knowledge they're trying to acquire, and I hope it's a successful mission. All right, guys, that's the end of it. This is Thinking Cap Thursday. And I guess my song of the day, because I didn't write one down, is going to be Don't Think Twice, It's All Right. My 2 favorite versions are the Flat and Scruggs version. Honestly, that's probably my favorite for sure. And then I really like the Susan Tedeschi live version. Both are fantastic. Check them out. And have a good Thinking Cap Thursday, guys. Use an old thinker. Use a noodle. All right. Adios, amigos.